While there are a lot of millionaires all over the world, there are not a lot of billionaires around. They are rarer because there are things that differentiate them from millionaires. These billionaires, which includes the likes of Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos, possess habits that influence them to achieve success. They learn from both their successes and failures, and they continue to learn as they go on their journey. Welcome to Money Talk, where we discuss tips on making money. And for this video, we are going to talk about the 5 unbelievable habits of savvy billionaires. We will get to know what practices they do to reach the position they are in today. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button below, hit subscribe, and click that notification bell to receive updates and be the first to check out our latest videos. Starting with number 1, they are frugal. If you watch interviews with billionaires, you will find out that despite their differences, they all have one thing in common: their views on money. To them, their business is built from their aspirations and their drive. But what really made them successful is their perspective on money. To them, money is not just about using it to spend on fancy cars and expensive designer clothes. It is not something you can just waste in order to satisfy your cravings for expensive purchases that may or may not be useful in the long run. While the majority of them possess luxurious things since they can obviously afford it, these can be considered investments rather than random purchases. Some of them buy these things for their functionality. Just take, for instance, Amazon founder and executive chairman Jeff Bezos. He is among the richest people in the world, and yet, most of the time, he chooses to drive around using his Honda Accord. He said in an interview that he prefers to use the car since it still functions. He does not seek to buy more random luxury stuff because he thinks he already has everything he needs. And buying these expensive things will not make a difference. Like him, most billionaires are very frugal, strategizing everything, even when it comes to their purchases. They buy things that are real bang for the buck and use them for a long time because of their functionality. They utilize their resources to achieve what they want. So even if they have luxury cars or expensive villas, they are not mindlessly spending their money. Number 2, they focus on what is truly important. Your decisions determine your success, and that is what billionaires really focus on. Having great decision-making skills can help with making important decisions that can influence business, investments, and even personal life. Being thorough when it comes to your thought process is very important, because whatever you decide on can make or break you. You can easily get distracted as well, and this might affect your activities and even your mindset. So it is best to focus on the goal and keep your eyes on the prize. This is what billionaires do so that they can stay in control of everything. They think about their goals and focus on them to make sure that they achieve them. They do not get swayed by anything easily. That is why they rarely lose their focus and attention on a certain project they are doing. And even if they get distracted, they do not move far from the path towards their goal. They make sure that they stay on track and that they get back to what they're doing before they even get distracted. They do not mind how other people think of them because their minds are already focused on one thing. For example, Mark Zuckerberg is usually photographed wearing a simple hoodie and pants. The man is a billionaire and still chooses to wear simple clothes when he can afford designer clothes. They do not waste their time thinking about things that are not that relevant, because they know they have more important things to deal with. They are aware that their decisions can affect other people's lives, so they make sure to do things that are impactful and helpful to other people. They don't waste their time thinking about random and unnecessary things because they see the bigger picture as well as the details on it. Number 3, they continue to quench their thirst for learning. Even though they have already achieved a lot, billionaires still believe that there should be no end to learning and that people need to strive to learn something new every day. They know that the world continues to evolve and new innovations, products, and trends continue to emerge. New concepts get discovered every day through technology. Human life gets affected by various factors, like the pandemic and other health problems. There is still a lot in history that has not been known and discovered. In other words, there is still a lot to learn in the world, and billionaires acknowledge that. You see, a lot of these billionaires enjoy reading books, which is a good hobby and a good way to relax and learn at the same time. There are popular billionaires who say that they spend at least an hour or more reading a book to either entertain themselves, self educate, or relax their minds. Even though they are already blessed with fortune, they do not get arrogant and instead accept that they too still need to learn more things about this world and life itself. There is so much knowledge out there. After all, their money might make them rich, but what truly makes a man wealthy is his knowledge. The more you know, the more steps you are ahead of everyone. When it comes to learning, I know that you guys are very interested to learn more things and skills. After all, who doesn't? It is always exciting to learn something new every day. But if you were given a chance to learn something new today, what would it be and why? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Perhaps you might find someone who has the same answers as you in the comments. And while you're at it, feel free to subscribe to our channel as well. Now, back to the video. Number 4. They use their time wisely. Because of their many responsibilities and the many decisions they need to make, billionaires have a habit of scheduling everything on the daily. They have lots of meetings, interviews, phone calls, and other activities. In fact, 24 hours is not enough for these people. So, it is truly fascinating to see how they get to do and finish things. But, billionaires have already mastered planning and scheduling tasks so that they can make the most of all the time they have in a day. To them, schedules and using your time wisely are very relevant. However, this takes discipline, so it can be a challenge to achieve this habit. An example would be Elon Musk. The man is a billionaire and has a lot of stuff going on in his life. He has a lot of projects, and he is also a parent. For his projects, he usually divides them into pieces so that he can deal with each part separately and gradually until he finally finishes everything. That way, he does not have to stress about the entirety of it, because all he needs to do is to finish what should be done at that moment. Whenever you decide to take on a very big project, it might make you feel overwhelmed. Taking it slow and surely is the best way to do it. The burden will feel lighter, and you will be able to maximize your time. You will not be too pressured, and you will be more productive. It might be difficult to do, but once this becomes a habit, you will be able to concentrate on the task that you currently have and give your best towards it. You won't be easily distracted because your energy and focus are already towards this certain task you are doing. Planning and scheduling your activities will help you finish and do more stuff, which is why this is a must-have habit for people who aspire to greatness and fortune. And finally, number 5, they pay attention to their health. Because of the obligations and tasks that they have, billionaires are surely vulnerable to illnesses and mental issues. After all, the society, their work, and everything else around them might be too complex and too stressful to handle sometimes. There is so much pressure and expectations that they need to meet and conquer, and this is not a good thing for them or for any person. They work hard to the point that their physical and mental health might be at risk. This is why these billionaires invest a lot in their well-being. Twitter's CEO Jack Dorsey meditates a lot before starting his day, and even Mark Zuckerberg exercises to stay in good shape. It is important to make time to meditate and exercise. It helps clear one's mind and improves one's health. Some of these billionaires also play sports, which in turn help them not only to be physically fit, but also to develop their character. After all, sports aren't just physical. It is also about developing one's character, which is good for mental health. Despite having all the money in the world, these billionaires know that good health is true wealth. These habits may seem super normal if you look at them, but it requires a lot of discipline and determination to actually apply this in one's life. But keeping a constant drive to use these habits can surely take you to the path of achieving your aspirations and desires in life. And seeing how these billionaires keep these habits, maybe it would be best to learn from their example if the goal is to achieve the lives that they possess. After all, fame and fortune do not come easy. The formula to success always includes discipline, persistence, and hard work. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, click subscribe, and hit that notification bell to receive updates on our latest videos. Also, feel free to leave us a comment. If you want to watch more videos, head on over to our channel to see more from Money Talk. See you!